News isn't all we do. We have a wide variety of original programming for you to enjoy over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Successful wildlife projects are happening all across the Salton Sea.
And in the middle of these restoration efforts, lithium enters the equation. Dive into the delicate balance of nature and the emerging Lithium Valley, streaming on NBCPalmSprings.com.
Worried about missing a broadcast? Don't worry. We stream just about everywhere from Instagram to YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and of course our website, NBCPalmSprings.com. Be sure not to miss anything. If you're only watching us on TV, you're only getting part of the story. Head to our new website for the latest broadcasts, digital exclusive content, contests, and
now on NBC Palm Springs at 5, holiday travel picks up today for the next week. We're live at Palm Springs International Airport with your travel outlook.
Also tonight, California Highway Patrol is advising drivers with safety tips ahead of their Thanksgiving enforcement period.
Clear skies, beautiful sunset, and perfect weather. Full forecast coming up. NBC Palm Springs at 5 begins now.
now, connecting the valley. This is NBC Palm Springs at 5.
Good evening. Thank you for joining us. I'm Olivia Sandusky.
And I'm Mark Mester. Let's get to tonight's top story. As the holiday season continues, according to the Palm Springs International Airport, over 46,000 travelers are expected to depart during this Thanksgiving week. But how are these numbers affecting those who are traveling at the airport? Let's go to Brett Rosen, who joins us live from that hub tonight with the very latest. Brett?
Mark, according to airport officials, Thanksgiving today marks the peak for Thanksgiving travel. However, it isn't peak season quite yet for Palm Springs International Airport. Rideshare drivers telling me the holidays are really slow for them. Take a look. Bags are rolling. Engines are starting. And dozens of travelers are waiting at the baggage claim. It's holiday travel time at the Palm Springs International Airport. Many who are flying in or out say during holidays, they make sure to plan ahead.
We always plan to come before the rush, so that helps with travel.
No issues with the traveling. We got busy the other day when we were here. Like, you can definitely tell people are in for the Thanksgiving season, and no, it's good. We came probably gave ourselves a good hour, so just to make sure. We didn't know how busy it was going to be because of the Thanksgiving season.
Airport officials say the busiest season is usually in March. Last year, the airport saw about 500,000 people come and go. This is a parking lot where many Uber and Lyft drivers sit, waiting to get a notification that someone needs a ride. It's full. Rideshare and cab drivers say this time of year can be stressful.
Seems like it's slowed down.
Steve Abersol drove all the way from Orange County, thinking he'd pick up more rides in the Coachella Valley. Instead, he's just waiting.
This is probably, I would say, 50% more than sitting here normally. Usually it's like partial rows, it's full.
Before, earlier in the month, it was pretty good. But this past week's been pretty weak. It just makes for longer waits. And when we get short rides, we have to eat that.
Officials say during peak travel times to arrive up to 2 hours early ahead of your flight. Prime parking fills up quickly, but there is an overflow lot.
So that's a shuttle service parking lot on Kirk Douglas Way. We want travelers to be aware that that may be an option for them that they will have to rely on using that shuttle service and the overflow lot.
And if you needed another reason to arrive an hour early to your flight, well, here is another. According to airport officials, during these peak days, they process about 1,000 people every hour through TSA. Live in Palm Springs, I'm Brett Rosen, NBC Palm Springs.
Brett, thank you. And as road traffic increases, California Highway Patrol is ramping up its patrolling ahead of the holidays, and they're providing drivers with tips. Officers are asking if you drink over this long holiday weekend, coordinate with a designated driver or set up a rideshare service with Lyft or Uber. The holiday maximum enforcement period begins tomorrow at 6 p.m. It runs through Sunday night. Officers will be patrolling all Coachella Valley cities and keeping the public safe.
Every officer that we have available to work on that day will be out there in view, looking to reduce the number of collisions that we have out there, reduce the number of DUIs that we have out there, and we just want everyone to get to their destination safely and then get back home safely.
California Highway Patrol also wants to remind drivers continuing to wear your seatbelt is one of the most simple, life-saving precautions you can take.
With an increase of drivers on the road this week, there's some good news for your wallet. Gas Buddy projects the average national price at the pump on Thanksgiving to drop to $3.02 per gallon. That would tie the lowest Thanksgiving price since the pandemic back in 2020. Here in Riverside County, the average price of a gallon of self-serve regular gasoline dropped today for the 14th time in 15 days, falling to $4.60 a gallon. 6 adults are without a home tonight after a fire tore through a single-story house in Palm Springs. Riverside County Fire says that blaze was reported just before noon today on Bonanza Road. We've mapped out the location for you right there. Crews arrived to heavy smoke and they got the fire contained by about 12:25 this afternoon. No injuries were reported. The Red Cross is helping the displaced residents tonight, and investigators are working to determine what started the fire.
The woman who was killed in a two-car crash near Mecca has been identified by officials today. 58-year-old Maria Moreno de Hernandez of Mecca died from her injuries. CHP responded to reports of a crash around 6 a.m. on Monday. The crash took place on 70th Street when a red tractor hauling a flatbed trailer was traveling westbound and was hit by a Ford pickup truck. The victim was the pickup truck's driver. Drugs or alcohol do not appear to be factors in this crash. That's according to CHP. The tractor's driver was a 21-year-old man. He was not injured in the crash, but today this investigation continues.
Palm Drive in Desert Hot Springs is now open after a car hit a power pole early this morning. Roads were closed between Varner Road and Paul Road, forcing drivers to take alternate routes. Officers on the scene telling us the crash happened around 2 o'clock this morning. Still awaiting a response tonight on injuries or how many people may have been involved in this crash. Crews are still working to replace that down pole.
We'll take a break from the headlines and bring you outside for a live look from our Agua Caliente casino camera in Rancho Mirage as that countdown to Thanksgiving dinner inches a little closer and closer. We're checking with Pablo Alsina. Pablo, looks like we should have a gorgeous week for all of the visitors in town for the holiday.
Yeah, today's about as perfect a day as you can imagine. 76 degrees with a high. In the sun, it felt like in the 80s, so just perfect. Low winds, 5 miles an hour, no precipitation. Humidity at 28%. It was more humid yesterday, a little bit drier. Now, we're still the hottest in the whole Southwest United States at 79 degrees, Phoenix at 73. So we are numero uno, once again, the hottest in the area. Temperatures right now, you're seeing 56 degrees in Yucca Valley, 62 in 29 Palms. Palm Springs at 76, Banning at 63 degrees. Now, those temperatures will drop, but not that much. We won't be that cold, but it's just perfect all the way around. Wind gusts 11 miles per hour at Whitewater, the strongest wind gust we are seeing right now. And if you look at our 3-day comfort forecast, Wednesday highs 80 degrees. Thursday, a little cloud coverage, 79 degrees, so simply perfect temperatures for Thanksgiving to be with family, friends, and lots of love, and of course, watching NBC Palm Springs. Back to Olivia and Mark.
Pablo, thank you. Now, speaking of Thanksgiving, some locals here in the Valley are swapping out the turkey this year.
Our Caitlin Kelly is live in studio tonight to tell us how one local restaurant is providing a meat-free alternative to Turkey Day. Caitlin?
That's right, Mark. Traditionally, Thanksgiving is all about the turkey, but more and more people are carving out a different kind of holiday meal. Plant-based diet adoption is on the rise nationwide, and here in the desert, one local chef is reimagining what vegan Thanksgiving can look and taste like. Thanksgiving might be the most carnivorous day of the year, but not for everyone. Studies show the number of people identifying as vegan continues to climb, driven by health concerns, sustainability, and the availability of better plant-based options. That's where Chef Tanya's Kitchen comes in. Known for its inventive vegan comfort food, the Valley favorite is rolling out a fully vegan Thanksgiving menu. No turkey, no dairy, and no tofurkey in sight.
So, do you have to sacrifice taste if you're a vegan is a question I get asked quite often. And actually, this whole restaurant, Chef Tanya's Kitchen, was my answer to all of that. On Thanksgiving especially, what do you sacrifice for being vegan? Nothing. Actually, there are so many more options than there ever were.
From mac and cheese to pumpkin pie, Chef Tanya says flavor comes first, and diners agree.
Tanya's vegan food, it's moist, it's delicious, it tastes so good, your taste buds just want more.
It's clear, vegan holiday dishes are getting a serious glow up. And here at Chef Tanya's, that trend hits the table. I even got to try the very voluptuous Wellington. And
It's really good.
it definitely lived up to the hype. Only proving further you don't need meat or dairy to be thankful for the food on your table.
Chef Tanya says that this Thanksgiving, her restaurant will provide Thanksgiving dinner to over 500 people, which is a 30% increase from last year. She also says she anticipates that that number will continue to grow. Live in studio, I'm Caitlin Kelly, NBC Palm Springs.
Caitlin, thanks for that report. We appreciate that. We have an update this evening on the Be Strong for Animals fundraiser. With Giving Tuesday happening on December 2nd, the Reap Foundation, alongside Animal Samaritan's joint fund Be Strong for Animals, has raised over $16,000, well beyond its $10,000 goal. It's committed to dollar-to-dollar match of up to $10,000 for donations towards spay and neuter services in the Coachella Valley until December 2nd, which is Giving Tuesday. The two organizations hope the fund will make spay and neuter services more accessible to Valley residents. And the Be Strong name honors the reporting our Mary Strong has done on animals in the Riverside County shelter system.
So this is going to help us spay and neuter animals here in the Coachella Valley. So we'll be able to help curtail that pet population that we're experiencing an explosion of here in the Valley and get that down, get that number down so that it becomes manageable, so that every pet has a place to go and has a home to be in.
See right there at the very bottom part of your screen. And we wanted to wish a thank you to Animal Samaritans and as well as the Reap Foundation.
Last Saturday, the Riverside County Department of Animal Services rescue team partnered up once again with Wings of Rescue to fly 19 dogs out of Seattle. The department thanking Seattle Humane as the rescue responsible for taking in these dogs and finding their next set of homes. This flight comes before another Animal Services event to mark your calendar for.
All right, you've heard of Black Friday, but Black Saturday is happening in just a few days, November 29th to be exact, at all Riverside County animal shelters. Adoptions are 100% off to encourage adoptions because shelters, like the Coachella Valley Animal Campus, are severely over capacity right now. Adoption bundles include vaccines, spay-neuter surgery, microchips, and an engraved ID tag. Doors open at 10 in the morning and they'll close at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. You can browse all pets on the Riverside County Animal Services website.
The American Heart Association invites you to join them for their upcoming Heart and Stroke Walk. It's December 6th, so it's next Saturday. Walkers will take over Palm Desert's Civic Center Park. The goal is to raise money for life-saving research and to educate the community about the importance of learning life-saving CPR skills. Registration is now open at cvheartwalk.org. The expo starts at 8. The walk starts at 9. I will be emceeing the event this year, so I can't wait to see you out there and apparently get some more dance moves in.
All right, coming up next tonight, business mogul Tom Steyer has entered California's gubernatorial race. We'll share what he's prioritizing in his campaign. That's coming up.
Plus, President Trump pardoning this year's turkey at the White House before departing for Palm Beach. We'll take a look at that ceremony still ahead.
Missed the news yesterday? Well, don't worry. You can watch the latest stories and even original news programming over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Every morning at 6 a.m., Jerry and I are here to help you start your day informed and connected. And after our newscast, I head out into our community to listen and bring you the stories that truly impact our lives here in the Valley so that your voice is heard.
You're watching our digital live stream. For the latest news and updates on developing stories, head over to our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Don't miss our digital exclusive content. Me on a Plate, Talking with Thalia, Kai the Deal Guy, and Desert Entertainment with Todd. Only on NBCPalmSprings.com.
News isn't all we do. We have a wide variety of original programming for you to enjoy over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Successful wildlife projects are happening all across the Salton Sea.
And in the middle of these restoration efforts, lithium enters the equation. Dive into the delicate balance of nature and the emerging Lithium Valley, streaming on NBCPalmSprings.com.
Worried about missing a broadcast? Don't worry. We stream just about everywhere from Instagram to YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and of course our website. And committed to covering our community. You're watching NBC Palm Springs at 5.
Welcome back. Tom Steyer, billionaire philanthropist and former presidential candidate, is now officially running for governor of California.
He announced his bid this week, laying out an economic plan focused on making the state more affordable for families and businesses. Steyer says that his top priority is tackling California's high cost of living. His plan includes lowering utility bills, expanding preschool access, and building 1 million new homes over the next 4 years. He was also a main advocate for Proposition 50, investing $12 million to support the measure. We spoke with Steyer to know more about his game plan to boost affordability throughout the county and the state.
We need to continue to be the creative engine of the state, of the country, and of the world. That's something I'm totally proud of. It's important for everybody that we have that. The issue is not that that's bad. The issue is how the money's getting shared. If we're creating these vast fortunes, and we all hear the stories, just vast fortunes, why is it that over half of Californians are still living paycheck to paycheck or have to hustle to get it done, really can't afford to live here? You guys are in Palm Springs. Palm Springs has some pretty darn fancy places. And, you know, there's some very well-to-do people down there, and there's, you know, the 1% is very well represented. But you go all over the Coachella Valley and you get into those farming communities and you see people who are really struggling.
Steyer first entered the political scene when he announced his bid for president back in 2020 as a Democratic candidate. Now his bid for California governor comes weeks after polling shows Republican and Riverside County Sheriff Chad Bianco as the top contender for the race with a 13% voter preference rate, followed by Katie Porter and Javier Becerra. Turning to some news across the country this evening, the Trump administration is taking another step towards fighting what it calls a failure to keep Jewish students safe. A House panel on Monday opened an investigation into alleged anti-Semitism in 3 public school districts in 3 states. They are Berkeley Unified School District in California, Fairfax County Public Schools in Virginia, and the School District of Philadelphia in Pennsylvania. Letters were sent to the districts asking for information about reports of anti-Jewish actions over the past few years. The House panel says it will determine if the school districts are in compliance with Title VI of the Civil Rights Act.
Turkey is served at countless homes on Thanksgiving, but in Washington, D.C. today, justice was served for 2 turkeys receiving a presidential pardon. President Donald Trump did the honors in a decades-long tradition at the White House.
Are you ready? Gobble. I just want to tell you this, very important. You are hereby unconditionally pardoned.
I think he was thanking the president there. That's Gobble. Now Waddle, the other turkey, also received a pardon today. The 2 birds were hatched last July in North Carolina. They spent time preparing for this very moment by getting acclimated to some big crowds and some bright lights. The birds will head back to North Carolina to the university campus to live out the rest of their lives there.
All right, we're giving you a live look tonight from our Indian Wells Golf Resort camera. Almost made it to the middle part of the work week. Pablo Alsina is standing by for a look at our Wednesday forecast. We'll be right back.
Missed the news yesterday? Well, don't worry. You can watch the latest stories and even original news programming over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Every morning at 6 a.m., Jerry and I are here to help you start your day informed and connected. And after our newscast, I head out into our community to listen and bring you the stories that truly impact our lives here in the Valley so that your voice is heard.
You're watching our digital live stream. For the latest news and updates on developing stories, head over to our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Don't miss our digital exclusive content. Me on a Plate, Talking with Thalia, Kai the Deal Guy, and Desert Entertainment with Todd. Only on NBCPalmSprings.com.
News isn't all we do. We have a wide variety of original programming for you to enjoy over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Successful wildlife projects are happening all across the Salton Sea.
And in the middle of these restoration efforts, lithium enters the equation. Dive into the delicate balance of nature and the emerging Lithium Valley, streaming on NBCPalmSprings.com.
Worried about missing a broadcast? Don't worry. We stream just about everywhere from Instagram to YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and of course our website, NBCPalmSprings.com. Be sure not to miss anything. If you're only watching us on TV, you're only
And a beautiful sunset that you just missed because it's dark way too early. I really don't like when they change the clock, but it was a gorgeous sunset and spectacular weather, about as perfect weather as you can imagine. If you ask me, what do I want? I want 78 degrees, low humidity, low winds, just perfect. Usually at 74 degrees. Today's 79. I love that. The record low, in case you're wondering, 32 degrees back in 1952. The dew points at 41. It was higher yesterday. Felt a little bit more humidity than normal yesterday, but it's gone back down to normal. Future precipitation, absolutely no rain Tuesday, Wednesday, and throughout the week. Later on, Saturday night, Sunday, we might have some light rain in the mountains that might bring some snow, but we're still too far away from that to be certain. 79 degrees, the high in Palm Springs, 79 the high in Palm Desert as well. Cabazon saw 74 degrees. Idlewild, pretty high for them, 64 degrees, but just simply gorgeous temperatures and no clouds at all in the sky. If you saw a cloud, it was very, very rare, just perfectly clear skies. 56 degrees in Palm Springs, 51 in Palm Desert, again with the clear skies and the crescent moon. You're going to see a gorgeous amount of stars at night, so make sure to look up to the sky. 43 degrees the low in Joshua Tree. If you're going walking, 65 degrees at 6 p.m. By 10 p.m., 58, again, not too cold, just simply the best weather around right now is in the desert. 7-day comfort air forecast. Tuesday, highs of 79. Wednesday, highs of 80. Again, no clouds. Thursday, slight cloud coverage. 79 degrees. A perfect Thanksgiving Day weather for you. And the whole week, simply gorgeous. Highs in the 70s, maybe low 80s. Saturday and Sunday, we'll finally see a little bit more clouds. I'm Pablo Alsina. Keep it here on NBC Palm Springs.
Missed the news yesterday? Well, don't worry. You can watch the latest stories and even original news programming over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Every morning at 6 a.m., Jerry and I are here to help you start your day informed and connected. And after our newscast, I head out into our community to listen and bring you the stories that truly impact our lives here in the Valley so that your voice is heard.
You're watching our digital live stream. For the latest news and updates on developing stories, head over to our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Don't miss our digital exclusive content. Me on a Plate. Talking with Thalia. Kai, the Deal Guy. And Desert Entertainment with Todd. Only on NBCPalmSprings.com.
News isn't all we do. We have a wide variety of original programming for you to enjoy over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Successful wildlife projects are happening all across the Salton Sea.
And in the middle of these restoration efforts, lithium enters the equation. Dive into the delicate balance of nature and the emerging Lithium Valley, streaming on NBCPalmSprings.com.
Worried about missing a broadcast? Don't worry. We stream just about everywhere from Instagram to YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and of course our website, NBCPalmSprings.com. Be sure not to miss anything. If you're only watching us on TV, you're only getting part of the story. Head to our new website for the latest broadcasts, digital exclusive content, contests, and more. Go to NBCPalmSprings.com. NBC Palm Springs Sports with Tim O'Brien, powered by Agua Caliente Casino.
Well, welcome back. The Acrisure Series tipped off today inside Acrisure Arena for the third consecutive season. The day began with Tulsa taking down San Jose State, followed by a blowout of Loyola Chicago from Northern Iowa University. Well, here's the rest of the schedule. Tonight at 6:30, Iowa and Ole Miss, two SEC schools battling it out. Iowa now in the Big Ten, but Grand Canyon versus Utah, and then tomorrow San Jose State will take on Loyola. Tulsa versus Northern Iowa, Fresno State, Pepperdine. We do know that just about a minute ago I checked, sorry Olivia, San Diego is down by 14 with 3 minutes to go to Brett Rosen's Cal Baptist. We'll have more on that coming up in just a bit. Now next door, the Firebirds are on the ice at the Berger Foundation Iceplex, preparing for the goals on Friday night in San Diego. While following the overtime loss on Sunday, the Firebirds, however, they gained a point. They're 6-3-1 in their last 10. Coachella Valley currently sitting in 6th place in the Pacific Division, but just 3 points separates 6th all the way down, or 2nd place rather, all the way down to 6th. So one note though to keep an eye on: Logan Morrison, Mitchell Stevens, both not on the ice this morning at practice. So we'll keep on that lineup, keep an eye on it for Friday night's game. And lastly, each week we take you behind the scenes around everything Firebirds hockey, both on and off the ice. This weekend we'll meet the All-Valley Junior Firebirds high school team. We'll get an up-close and personal look from the Firebirds Iron Chef competition. I was a judge for that, so I had some of the best wings, chili, and pie in all of the Coachella Valley, so you don't want to miss that. Sunday nights immediately following Sunday Night Football right here on NBC Palm Springs. Well, that'll do it in sports. I'm Tim O'Brien.
All right, before we go, 2 tree lightings to mark your calendar for. They're both December 5th. One's in La Quinta, one's in Indio, so we'll have more on all the fun coming up.
All right, sounds good. All right, that's going to do it for us tonight.